Hey everybody, Tim here from TW Fitness Academy. Today's post is going to be progress. How do you gauge process, and what tools that you can use to make sure that you are progressing. As a big proponent for progressive overload training, that's something that I believe in probably the most of any kind of training that can be done. Progress, as in the name, is very important for progressive overload training. Um, Progress can be rated a lot of different ways, but for me personally, um, progress is you either have to increase weight from the prior exercise for the prior time you did these exercises, or increase the reps with the same amount of weight. That's how we're measuring progress. Again, muscle is built on creating a stimulus for your muscles, breaking down these muscle tissues, and then adding layers when you recover, so your muscles are growing. So as me, I believe the best way to obtain hypertrophy is through progressive overload. Some people might view it differently. I believe that's just what's best, and that's what's been working for me. Um, so how are we going to measure progress again? Like I feel like a lot of people go to the gym and they do the same. I see them do the same exercises over and over with the same amount of weight, and again, you see them don't make any changes. Um, because they don't. They really do not do any changes because they don't log anything. I am a big believer in using a logbook. I know, as traditional as it might sound, very few people have the ability to keep it up in their brain and do it for next time. Hardly anybody. Some of the top pros could be able to do it, but the general population, you're not going to keep track of everything. So that's why a logbook's important, and it literally gives you the ability to see in front of your face, what do I have to do from the previous, even if that just meant increasing by 2.5 pounds from the last exercise that the last time you did this exercise, or you just did one more rep. Guess what? That is progress. You are going on the right trail. You are creating a new stimulus because you went heavier than the time before. You did one more weight than the time before. All of this affects your body. If you can log it anyway, I'm not saying you have to handwrite it, but if you can log it on your phone, or you can do it in your head if you can, but I not too many people are very good at putting it in their head. So that's why I say use a logbook. But again, making sure that you're progressing every single time in the gym. The big motivating factor is like, why are you in the gym? What are you doing? Um, it can also create motivation for you when you know that you are competing against yourself, which is mostly what you're doing. You're competing against your prior week's self or your prior training day self. So how do you beat your results from last time? Well, you'll know when you progress and you do heavier weight or you do more reps. So again, um, you want to get to the gym with a purpose. You want to have a goal in mind. But the way a lot of people don't reach results is because they don't keep track of their progress. Again, it's a sprinting marathon. So you can try to get there as quickly as possible, but through consistency and progression. So making sure that you are progressing, make sure you do the right things, log it, making sure that you know which weight you're doing, make sure you know how the reps. I promise you, if you follow some of these progressive tips, you will find yourself getting bigger in the gym, stronger in the gym, and looking better in the gym. And that's what it's all about for a lot of people. But more importantly, you will see your progress, and you'll get to the finish line for yourself faster if you know where you stand.